All right. So post-COVID problems. What problems exactly am I talking about? Well, okay. First, the time of the recording, pandemic technically isn't over, but the world is healing. I think. You know, the restrictions on masks and all safety protocols are starting to loosen up a bit. Goddamn, starting to loosen up a bit. So I definitely think the world is healing, but a lot of people are experiencing some. A lot of people are experiencing some lingering effects from COVID, from actually getting sick with COVID. I personally am someone who has been dealing with that, the lingering effects, or otherwise known as post-COVID syndrome. And I wanted to make this video for one to sort of help anybody out there going through similar experiences, because it's been rough. It's been really tough. I'm not gonna say I'm sick. I'm gonna say I'm healing. So I've been healing for about a year now. Right around this time I got sick last year, 2021, and it felt like hell. Not the actual, lying in bed with the fever, getting sick. It was like just any other flu. But after that is when things started really to get rough. It felt like hell. There's so many things to go over, but sort of a short list of the symptoms were, I wrote it down because there's a ton of symptoms. Where is it? Oh yeah, I got the flu-like symptoms from when I was actually sick. That went away pretty quickly. But starting like just a few days after that, I was getting really dizzy. It was weird. I was like nauseous. I had to sit down. Otherwise, I'd feel like I would vomit or stumble over. I get out of breath. Oh my God. This is something that I've always struggled with, especially with my asthma. It's like the demons are coming back. I know it sounds cringy, but like growing up with asthma and going to the hospital a lot for breathing problems has been scary. And now it's coming back and 10 times stronger because of this post-COVID syndrome crap. It's been scary. It's like something I've never experienced before. The shortness of breath, it was continuous, 24/7. There's no rest. Still to this day, I still have a little bit of shortness of breath, but it's much better now. I can breathe, like while I'm relaxing, just sitting down, I can breathe normally. Before, like starting very like soon after getting sick, I would have shortness of breath from just chilling. Sometimes I'd be playing playing games with friends online. And then I would sometimes like straight up be panting, like playing video games. I'm sitting down, I'm not doing crap. I'm moving my hands around. How am I getting winded from that? That really frustrated me, especially eating. My mom noticed that just eating, while I was chewing food, I had to stop and like breathe for like a good half a minute or something just to swallow the food. It's really limiting, frustrating, stressful, anxiety inducing. Oh my God, it is hell. To this day, I still experience a little bit of that, but I'm healing. I've been getting better. Apart from that, I got really bad migraines for like 3 weeks straight. Not every single day, but once a week for 3 weeks. My vision started getting really bad. Like, even now, I still experience a bit of it, but back then, it was like if I were to stare at a wall, I would sort of get like a like that staticky effect from those old TVs. It was really weird. I'd also something just wouldn't be right when I would be looking at something. I look at something and then just something wouldn't be right. Like my eyes or my mind or something just wouldn't be able to wrap around what I'm seeing. Is It's so difficult to explain, but yeah, my vision was messed up. And that probably has to do with my lifestyle during the pandemic. It was terrible. Online schooling was shit. I didn't learn crap. I don't think anybody did. And that's not to say that the teachers are at fault or anything. It's a difficult time to process and go through. Everyone has had problems going on in their lives, and they're expected to go through school, and pretty much it feels like the world is collapsing. It's difficult to learn in an environment like that, especially at the comfort of your home. You don't give a shit what's going on in your computer. You don't care what you're being taught. You're at home. You lay in your bed, eat, Whatever, I'm getting off topic. But another symptom that I would feel was a really rapid heart rate. And it would usually be accompanied by the being winded, shortness of breath and all that. Just sitting down, my heart rate would start beating really quickly. And really strong as well. Like I would just be relaxing, eating, or just doing nothing, laying down, whatever. And my heartbeat would move me. It would shake. So if I were sitting on the edge of my chair, I would just be relaxing and my heartbeat would sort of shake me a bit. It's really weird to explain. But, and that goes into other problems I had. Like just going to sleep, I would wake up maybe twice a night and the cold sweat, really fast heart rate. I would see flashing lights, ringing in my ears. I thought I was dying, literally. And this happened so often that I grew fearful of going to sleep. It was hell. There's way more to it, but that's sort of the gist of it. So you guys are asking, did you go to the doctor? Yeah, I went to the doctor this past year. It was really stressful because my mom would have to drive me back and forth to the doctor 3 times a week. I could see the stress in her and the anxiety as well. Because not only was I scared for what was going on with my body, but she was too. Because no matter how many times we went to the doctor, we couldn't get a straight answer. And it was weird, especially listing all the symptoms. Pretty much everything what I just listed right now was what I told the doctors. A little more in depth, but that's pretty much what I told them. And they would always go to one thing or the other. Either I had stress or something was going on neurologically. And I told myself, how can it be stress? How is stress going to make me feel like I'm literally dying? But I think stress was sort of a side effect of not knowing what was going on. And the neurological stuff, we got scared. I got scared because I thought, oh, what if I have a tumor or something? Turns out I don't. I'm perfectly fine. I had multiple blood tests done. EKGs to check my heart. I even having like an echocardiogram or something like that. They like, what is it called? Like sound waves or something. It's like the thing they do to ladies when they're pregnant. They put the gel on and like, on their stomach, and they see the baby, images of the baby and all that. That's what they did to my heart. They found nothing wrong with it. The cardiologist, she said, I just had stress. And in my mind, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? How is this stress? I was just so frustrated at the time. But, yeah. So, I went to the cardiologist, had EKGs. I went to the hospital like 2 times. Because it just got, at some points, it just got so difficult to where I thought I was quite literally dying. I was like, okay, let's go to the hospital. This isn't right. So, and apart from that, I had multiple x-rays done for my lungs because of the shortness of breath. There's nothing wrong with the lungs. I had an MRI taken for my brain and my ears, because for a while I thought the dizziness was like vertigo or something to do with my ears. And no, they found nothing wrong. Out of all the tests that they did, the EKGs, blood tests, x-rays, MRIs, vision tests as well, went to the eye doctor multiple times, found nothing wrong. So I said, it's frustrating because I had no clue what was going on. Like, what the hell is going on with me? Am I just dying and there's nothing that can be done about it? But yeah, that's pretty much what was going on. But throughout this time, I've gotten help from a lot of people. There have been some great people in this past year. This year, I'm never gonna forget of my life, because there's been so many resources that I have gone to learn about how to help whatever's going on with me. I'm not gonna forget this year. It's been a great bad year, because out of every negative situation, out of any bad event, there's always a positive outcome. You just have to look for it. So again, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this video is sort of to help anybody out there who's going through similar experiences, because in a minute I'm going to explain what I've been doing to help with my situation, whatever's going on, which I believe to be the post-COVID syndrome, and stress that's amounted over this past year, and anxiety and all that. But post-COVID syndrome is really, no, I'm certain it's post-COVID syndrome, because I've read through articles and all that and other people's experiences, and it's very similar to mine. But I think on top of the post-COVID syndrome, just living a terrible lifestyle during the pandemic also led to these terrible symptoms. But at least now I know what to do to get back on track. So again, I'm making this video to help people out, sort of share my experience and my advice, and also as the first challenge for the book Kinda Hurt Me by David Goggins. This is my bad hand that I was dealt, but I've been working through it, and I'm not gonna let this bring me down. If anything, I'm gonna learn from it and come back and bounce back stronger than ever. So, what am I doing to help it? Well, really quick, I want to say thank you to Hamza, however you say it, Ice Cold JT, and David Goggins for the book, because I don't want to say they inspired me or motivated me, but they're more so role models, because motivation is temporary. It's not something that's always going to be there. Inspiration, I think, is similar to motivation. I don't know, like the definition of inspiration or anything. Not the top of my head. But I see them as role models because they have just certain qualities that I want to sort of take from them. But I just want to say thanks to them for being role models and giving me this advice, the power, the will to keep going. So what am I doing to help it? Cold showers, meditation, and exercise. It sounds really basic, but it really helps. And I think even if you're not going through a similar experience as myself, this will definitely help. I think everybody can benefit from this. Cold showers. How do they help? I'll explain. Cold showers. Well, don't quote me on this. I'm not a doctor. I've read articles about the post-COVID syndrome. And what I know about it is that, especially from just personal experience, feeling very sluggish and sort of heavy, but also from articles and family members telling me that after they got COVID, they felt really like slow and heavy and sluggish. And in articles, apparently one of the symptoms of post-COVID syndrome, or just COVID, is inflammation in the body. And that's probably what caused the the shortness of breath, which is the swelling of my lungs probably. I already have weak lungs because of asthma, but the swelling probably made it worse, to where I got winded just trying to eat because my lungs wouldn't be able to fully expand, And cold showers really aid in recovery from swelling or inflammation. And on top of that, cold showers, they help boost your tolerance. Not boost, but build your tolerance for stress. Because, like I said, on top of all these terrible symptoms I've been feeling, stress, I feel, has been adding to it, only making it stronger. Which is why I take cold showers. And on top of that, it's just relaxing to take cold showers. You might think, taking a nice warm shower is relaxing after a nice long days of work. It really isn't. Once you start taking cold showers consistently, it's rejuvenating, I guess. It sort of cleanses everything that you're carrying on your shoulders, all that stress that you're carrying from the day, sort of cleanses it. So cold showers, I advise you to take cold showers for the inflammation, if that's the thing that happens from COVID, and just for your stress tolerance. It's good for your skin. I know my skin isn't that great. It's better though. It was way worse than this. I have a little bit of acne here and there, but man, it was way worse back then. But these cold showers have been helping out a lot. Because cold showers, closes your pores, and it makes sure that none of that crap gets back in your pores overnight. So cold showers also help us for I lost my train of thought. It also helps to clean your skin, or sort of prevent anything else to get into your pores. Meditation. Oh my God. I've been doing meditation for, I can't lie, it's been on and off. I remember near the beginning of all this crap, this bad hand that I was dealt, the beginning of all that, I started meditating because, like I said, at some point, I don't know if I said this, but I believe I mentioned that doctors would continually point to stress being what was causing all this. And for that reason, I was told to go, I was not told, referred to a therapist. Not gonna lie, that made me pretty mad. They said, "Oh, you're stressed. You have stress. You're stressed out. Go see a therapist." And what? I was stressed out, but it was just so frustrating to me that they saw all these. Well, they couldn't see it because there were no tests proved it, but they heard all these symptoms that I was telling them, and they said, "Oh, you have stress. Go to the therapist. Talk it out, and you'll be fine." That really infuriated me, and my mom, because now that I go to the doctor, I'm labeled as having like anxiety and stress problems. And now it's on my permanent record. It's annoying, but I did have stress and anxiety, but I'm not going to let it take over my life. So I'm just going to forget about all that. But meditation really helps to control your stress and anxiety. On top of that, it just grounds you. You're more present. Because not going to lie, this past year, I've been scared to just go out with friends. They're your friends. You're supposed to go out with them and have fun, right? But I've been scared of going out with my friends because I thought, oh, shut up. What was I saying? Oh, that I was scared to go out with my friends because I thought that, maybe I'd be a buzzkill or something while my friends are having fun. I'm over here panting, trying to catch up to them, just walking around the mall. Or I was scared I would just pass out and ruin the day. But meditation helps to ground you. And it's really helpful. Especially for anybody that's just carrying a lot of stress. Because during this past year, I wasn't present. I would go around with my friends. Every now and then. I would go around with my friends, walk around the mall, have some fun. But I wasn't having fun. Because all I would think about was the bad hand I was dealt. And meditation helps to make you more present, sort of observe the symptoms you have from afar, acknowledge them, but not let them take control of your life. And meditation is a lifesaver. Meditation has helped a lot. Let's not only manage my stress and anxiety, but to also just be present, like I said. Enjoy life. And not let your mind take control of you. Instead, you take control over your mind. And exercise. This helps, but it haunts me still. It sounds dumb, but it haunts me because at the beginning of when I was dealt this bad hand, I realized that these problems that I had because I was going to the gym with my dad. I was going to the gym with my dad because I wanted to do some exercise during the pandemic. Because prior to the pandemic, I was playing football in high school, my freshman year. I wasn't the greatest. It's pretty awful, not gonna lie. But I had fun at times. But the thing I loved the most was the torture I would put myself, pretty much. A lot of my friends or family members would be like, "You do football? You're crazy, man." Running into other dudes, tackling them, doing exercise, like really intensive exercise. You're crazy. But no, I really enjoyed it, especially the weightlifting days. Those were the days that I felt at peace. I could exercise, no problem. hanging out with my friends, hang out with the boys, exercise, get big, strong, all that. And so during the pandemic, I wanted to go to the gym again. Because prior to the pandemic, I was at my peak performance. The best conditioning that I've ever been at. And it felt like such a triumph to be at that level of conditioning. Because, like I said, with my asthma, I was not the fastest. I mean, I was decently fast, but the asthma always limited me, restricted me. I remember at some point, laughing would nearly give me an asthma attack. But, like I said, I'm getting off topic again, but I wanted to go into I wanted to go to the gym during the pandemic to get back on track and keep building up my conditioning and my strength. Because at that point, I was thinking about continuing doing football. I'm not doing it anymore. That's a topic for a whole nother video, but I'm not doing football anymore. But I wanted to continue going to the gym. But that's when I realized that these symptoms, this bad hand was holding me back. Because I started going to the gym for about a week or two after I got sick with my dad. The first few days were like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't performing as well. I was getting tired pretty quickly. Nothing crazy though. So I could sort of keep up with my dad a bit. Also, thing is, when I started exercising, I would give myself no breaks. So we'd do bench press, and straight after that, I did 3 sets of 12 for the bench press. Straight after that, we'd go run, and straight after that, leg press. It was a bad routine for exercising, but I mean, I know how to sort of measure my time and exercise now. But I remember one day, the days leading up to it, I was getting progressively more tired. But I remember this one day, we were doing the lat pull downs. And I couldn't even finish my set. I got really tired. I felt really dizzy, damn near passing out. It's like the world around me was loopy. It was moving around slowly. I had like no control over myself, my body. I was down like this. My eyes were very tired. My eyes squinting together. I was looking around. I felt like I was floating in water. No control over my body. And really dizzy. And that's when my fear of going to exercise or to the gym began. I'm healing. So now I'm back at the gym. I've been going consistently for 2 months. Well, a month and a half, a little close to 2 months. And I've made really good progress. My conditioning is coming back. I'm getting stronger, more athletic. I'm not at peak performance, but I'll get there. And I'll surpass it one day. I'm getting pretty off topic, but anyways, exercise really helps in moderation, especially right now if you're feeling the same symptoms that I have. Because like I said, like you just heard a few seconds ago, you get really tired and it's scary going to the gym. Just doing exercise, walking around, eating, you get winded. But you gotta start slow. For me, it was really difficult doing that because of my ego. My ego was just way up here because I was in football. I was in the best condition of my life. But I had to drop that ego. I had to start doing things that elementary school kids could do better than me. Like walk a lap around the house. Eating was a challenge. You had to you had to just drop the bar. Do the lightest stuff you can do. And when you think, oh, I can do more than this, stop. Because I'm not saying that this is like a way everybody should train, because if you're pretty healthy, if you haven't gone through this post-COVID syndrome crap, then push yourself a little. But if you're at risk, sort of hold back a bit. But over a year, I've been exercising on and off. I've been going consistently for 2 months to the gym, and it's really helped. And I mentioned exercising. I didn't want to mention it because, like I said, you kind of have to hold back, and it's kind of risky. But I mentioned it because one day, this really struck a chord with me. One day I was going to school. There was a commercial playing on the radio in the morning, and it was of a lady. She said she was a Division 1 soccer player in university or college or whatever. I don't know. She was near pro, pretty much. And then she said she got sick with COVID. She was the best conditioning of her life, presumably, because Division 1 doesn't matter what sport you're playing. If you're playing Division 1 of a sport at a college level, you exercise a lot. You're pretty athletic. And then her voice started cracking and breaking down. She was crying a bit, saying that after she got sick, she got winded just getting up out of her chair and walking around. And that really struck a chord with me. I said, that's exactly what I've been feeling. And that pretty much confirmed to me that what I'm experiencing is post-COVID syndrome. So, like I said, exercise is risky, but it's pretty much necessary to get back into the rhythm of your old life or your old habits. And personally, my goals are to be as athletic as possible, have the most control over my body, like calisthenics and all that. I don't do calisthenics that much, but that's something I want to pursue. And those are my goals. If those aren't yours, but you're experiencing something similar to me, at the very least, take the risk. I would say, take the risk. Obviously, don't dive headfirst into like a 2-hour workout or something like that. But push yourself a little bit. I know it doesn't make sense when I'm saying like, oh, hold back, but push yourself, and it's weird, but I encourage people to, at the very least, do a little bit of exercise. Even if you're not going through this. It helps a lot to clear the mind. To me, it's like meditation, almost. Because exercising, you really only focus on one thing. And it's to exercise to get through the workout. Same thing with meditation. It's like a workout, but for your brain. Anyways, last thing I want to say is this is something I did for the longest time. I would count the days. I would tell myself, oh, next week I'll be better. Oh, next month I'll be better. Oh, if I keep this up, I'll be better by April 20th or something. But that only diminishes your hope. You lose hope. And hope is something that I'll talk about this in another video. I'll just say it here. Basically, there's this experiment they did with rats. They put them in like a tube of water and they let them die swimming, like trying to swim out of it. The most one reached was like 8 hours. Was it 8 hours? I don't know. That 8 hours is kind of a lot. Point is, they kept swimming for a little while and they drowned. But then with the other subjects, or the other rats, they picked them up, let them rest for like a good minute or two, put them back in, and because they had the hope that someone might pick them up again and rescue them, their swimming time increased from like whatever the other rats' time was, from like, or what the other average was, like 3 hours, something. I don't know the exact time, but it increased significantly, and the rat kept swimming, or these sets of rats kept swimming for, on average, a day, I think, just because they had the hope that somebody would come to the rescue. And that was me. But when nobody comes to the rescue, you lose all hope. So I want to close off this video by saying, don't count the days, make the days count. If you keep counting the days and you don't end up meeting a goal, whether it be because you didn't try enough, you didn't have enough time, don't count the days, because you're just going to lose hope. But if you make the days count, you're going to put in your best, and you're going to be satisfied at the end of the day knowing that you did the most you could do, and your hope will continue to grow. So I hope this helps somebody out there going through a similar experience, or if you have somebody that you might notice just isn't acting the same because of all this COVID stuff, talk to them. Let them know you're there. And if they're experiencing similar things as me, you don't have to share the video with them. Just let them know about the things that I talked about. Cold showers, meditation, and exercise. All right? And don't dive headfirst into an extremely cold shower or a 2-hour-long meditation session or a 2-hour-long workout session. Slowly build up to it. Because consistency is what will allow you to grow, to build your strength mentally, physically, and spiritually. Yeah. I don't really know how to close off this video, but thank you. I hope this helped. Or if you know someone who this may help, share it with them. I hope you guys have a great day and just keep going.